Paul Quinn was a 21-year-old man brutally murdered in South Armagh in 2007. This evening, Conor Murphy has apologised for the hurt he's caused Paul Quinn's family by remarks he made 13 years ago. At the time of the murder, Conor Murphy described Paul Quinn as being a criminal and involved in smuggling. Paul's family have pleaded for years for their former MP to withdraw that accusation, and the story took a new twist today. Conor Murphy did apologise for the hurt caused to the family, but has not, when given the opportunity to do so, withdrawn the allegation that he believes Paul Quinn was a criminal. Conor Murphy, you see, said today that he does not have any evidence and never did. And yet, even as we stand here tonight, he is still failing to say that Mr. Quinn was not a criminal. Now, I'm curious about that. Is there a split in Sinn Fein? Because Mary Lou McDonald and Michelle O'Neill have made it clear that Paul Quinn was not a criminal.
Paul Quinn was not a criminal. Paul Quinn was murdered by criminals, and Conor will make that very clear on the record today, and then he will get back to doing his role as the Finance Minister.
There's no question that Paul Quinn was a criminal. The criminals are the people who took that man's life.
Sorry, he wasn't a criminal, I think you mean to say, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, says your party leader. So why, Conor Murphy, even as we all watch this programme tonight, are you not prepared to say those simple words out loud? Paul Quinn was not a criminal. You see, you had the opportunity to do so when you were interviewed by RTE's Tommy Gorman today.
The fact is that those remarks added to the grief being felt by a family. And I regret that I added to the grief. I had no intention at any stage to add to the pain that that family was feeling at that time and continues to feel. I think it's appropriate that I withdraw those remarks, and it's appropriate that I apologise to the family for adding to the grief that they felt and continue to feel as a consequence of their son's murder.
Well, in terms of the basis, it was morally wrong to say it about somebody who was dead unless you had evidence to the contrary. So had you any evidence for such remarks?
Well, I'm not going to go into what the evidence was or wasn't at the time. The fact is, regardless of what my view was at the time, those remarks added to the grief of a family. It was the wrong thing to do at that time. I regret making those remarks at that time, and I apologise to the family for adding to their grief.
Crucially, the central accusation from Conor Murphy remains up in the air. He said 13 years ago Paul Quinn was a criminal, and he has still, tonight, not retracted his position that he believes he was a criminal. So, Conor Murphy, I'm looking at you right now. Do you think it might be causing more distress tonight, Conor, to the family who are sitting in this studio? The question hasn't gone away, you know.